On June 3, 2022, an officer on patrol observed a gold Cadillac whose driver was not wearing a seatbelt. The officer activated his lights to pull the vehicle over.
How's it going, man? Turn down the radio. The reason I'm stopping you is you're not wearing your seatbelt. Huh? Okay, can you turn down the radio? I cannot hear what you're saying. Okay, do you have your ID and insurance on you? How come you're not wearing your seatbelt? Do what?
I said this is a pretty new car to me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just trying to enjoy it, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Put it on.
Okay. You haven't taken any THC at all tonight, whether it be smoking it, edibles, anything like that. Have you taken any other medications? None at all.
It smells like marijuana in the car because there were people smoking marijuana in the vehicle, but they have a medical marijuana license. I wasn't in the vehicle when they were smoking.
So it smells like marijuana in here, but there is no marijuana in here. That's what you're trying to tell me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It also smells like marijuana in here because other people were in here smoking, but you weren't in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you do not have a medical marijuana card. Can you do me a favor? Turn the car off for me and hop out. Come right over here to the side of the street.
Honestly, sir, can I ask what that's for?
Yeah, because I'm about to talk to you more outside of the vehicle.
Can I ask why?
Because I do not know if you're under the influence right now or not. So I'm going to talk to you more outside the vehicle. Number two, the car smells like marijuana, and you said that you do not have a medical marijuana card on you or any way to prove that you have one. Okay? Number three, case law says that I can pull you out of the car for any reason. So I'm asking you. Okay, here's how this. Listen to me, man. Here's how this works. Whether you want to get out of the vehicle or not, like I just said, case law backs me up on you getting out of the vehicle. So at one point or another during this stop, you are getting out of the vehicle. Whether that's right now, complying, and you getting out on your own free will, or us having to forcibly remove you.
Why are you not wanting to get out of the car, man?
Honestly, because I'm scared for my life right now.
Okay, there's no need to be. My partner, he wants to walk. Let me just finish, okay? He wants to walk you through these field sobriety tests because clearly he stopped you for a reason by your driving behavior, whatever it was. We're trying to do our job to make sure you're not intoxicated, but you got to get out of the car because we're giving you a lawful order to do that, okay?
Y'all have to understand that you're really stressing me out right now.
We're both recording this whole time. We have to do this to see because it's nighttime, okay? So step out of the car.
I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Here's the thing. Listen to me. I have a supervisor on the way. And like I just told you.
Can you wait until he gets here?
He's going to tell you the exact same thing I am, but here's the thing. You're obstructing my traffic stop right now, and you can go to jail for that. Okay? You're not complying with lawful orders. That is a crime. You can go to jail for that.
I am terrified for my life right now.
Uh-huh.
You stopped me because I didn't have my seatbelt.
Correct.
Why are you calling multiple officers? That's terrifying. You're an officer of the law.
Yep.
I'm a single man sitting in my vehicle.
Okay.
By myself.
Okay.
I understand that you say that my vehicle smells like marijuana, and I told you the reason that my vehicle smells like marijuana. Did I not?
Yeah, you did. But you also don't have a medical marijuana card on you.
Because I'm not the one.
Number two, I don't know that. Which is another reason that I'm pulling you out of the car so I can investigate that further. Because right now...
Okay, but here's the thing.
As a stressed out person,
I know, but you're making this worse for yourself, okay? So we always send... Let me just answer your questions. We always send 2 officers here when we're about to investigate further, okay? It's for our safety, not even in regard to our fear for you or what you're going to do, okay? It is, by policy, we're supposed to do that, okay? So you are really making this worse. We don't want to charge you with obstruction, but you're not getting out of the car.
I get that, but I have a question. If that is the case, why would y'all not ride together?
That's not how this works, man. You can ask all the questions you want, but you're just making this worse for yourself by not complying, okay? I don't want to take you to jail for obstruction, but if you do not get out of the car, it might happen. I'm giving you a lawful order to get out of the car. You're not complying with that lawful order.
I understand. I also have to let y'all know that I'm terrified.
Okay, just do me a favor and turn the car off.
I can do that.
Yep, please turn the car off, okay?
I'll turn the car off. I'll take the keys out. I'm not going to go anywhere. I just need y'all to know that I really don't consent to doing the field sobriety test because I am terrified for my life right now. and I'm shaking up so much just because y'all are here,
Okay.
shining lights in my face. I know y'all have weapons. I know y'all are both scared for your life. I'm terrified for my life.
Okay.
I just want to go.
Right. Yeah. And that's completely fine, but you're not leaving this traffic stop.
I understand that, but
You're making it worse for yourself. And like I said, you are not complying with a lawful order. That is called obstruction. You are obstructing the investigation of my traffic stop. I do not know if you are way too impaired to drive this car or not, which is why I want to talk to you out on the side of off the road so I can investigate this further. Your car smells like marijuana. If you don't consent to it, that's on you. I'm having to go off of what I'm observing right now, okay? And here's what I'm observing. Your car smells like marijuana. You don't have a medical marijuana card on you. You have no way to prove that you have a medical marijuana card, okay? I don't know if you've been smoking, taking edibles, or not, which is why I want to investigate further outside of the vehicle. I've gave you numerous commands, politely, to get out of the car. And you're not getting out of the car. That is a crime. You can go to jail for obstruction.
I'm sorry, but I am going to wait until your supervisor gets here before I make any more decisions. Is that okay?
That's on you. If you want to press that issue.
I don't really want to press
But that's what you're doing.
I'm scared for my life right now.
Okay,
I hope y'all.
why are you so scared for your life?
I'm an African American man, Edmund.
That has
Oklahoma.
nothing to do with anything.
You say that, but I've seen too much on the news.
Yeah, you're watching too much news and too many social media accounts.
You say that, sir, but
Okay.
I also have studied history, and I've studied the history of the fact that this force was literally started as a force to stop slaves.
Okay.
And that is something that has been institutionalized in
Yeah.
this police force to
Okay.
go after minorities. And I'm not saying that that is y'all, and I'm not saying that that's your department. I'm saying that that's something that I've noticed over a period of time, the entirety of our time.
Okay,
my
that's your
time of
opinion.
studying
Okay,
history.
that's your opinion. You're entitled to that. But we have given you absolutely no reason to be afraid for your life. Okay? We're talking to you with level, calm voices. All we're asking you to do is step out, do these field sobriety tests so we can send you on your way and get you out of here. We can't allow you to leave until we investigate that further, okay? So like my partner has said numerous times, is you're just making it worse on yourself. You're going to get charged with obstruction if you don't get out. And we don't want to do that, okay?
I understand that, but I also am I'm literally shaking.
But you're not.
Why do you think a supervisor being here is going to change anything? Our demeanor is going to be the exact same.
And I understand that, but me personally, I would feel more comfortable with the supervisor.
Okay. He's here, but you were complaining about having multiple cops on a traffic stop, and now you have more cops on a traffic stop. You realize how that works?
Why I was...
And she explained that to you.
Cops in the first place.
Because I'm pulling you out of the car,
Exactly.
and that's how we work.
And that makes sense, which is why I would like your supervisor to be here, because I'm confused as to why it's even escalated this far in the first place.
Because you're not getting out of the car.
And I get that.
Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Car smells like weed. He doesn't have a medical marijuana card. I don't know if he's impaired or not, and now he's refusing to get out of the car. So I've gave him numerous commands. If he wants to go to jail for obstruction, then we will forcibly remove him from the car at some point if he doesn't if he continues this.
Yeah.
So I called you over here, and now he's he's studied police departments and how they were made for slaves and everything else. So maybe you can talk him into getting out of the car, maybe not.
There is no reason right now for you to be scared, okay? My partner's been nothing but calm and explaining everything that we're doing. And I understand some of the things you see on the news. It may make you believe that that's how the police work and operate. That is not the case, okay? We have to do this because when we smell something like that...
Hey, Kai. All right, what seems to be the issue?
Well, sir, I just don't consent to doing the field sobriety test at this point in time.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to do the field sobriety test, but by the Constitution and by the Supreme Court ruling, if an officer orders you out of the vehicle, you have to get out of the car. You don't have a choice. Whether you do the field sobriety test or not, that's totally up to you, okay? But if you decide not to get out of the car, you're coming out of the car either way. It's your choice, whether you do it without force or whether you do it with force. So, it's your choice.
Okay, well, after I exit the vehicle, what does that mean?
Well, he's going to interview you and talk to you some more outside of the vehicle. For one, right now, we can smell weed in the car, and I can smell it really strong standing right here.
I can also see it.
You've already said you don't have a medical marijuana card, so there's a violation right there. Okay, so we're going to deal with that. He's going to interview you outside the car to see if you're impaired or under the influence of the marijuana, and then we'll deal with that. But regardless, I'm not going to debate with you. Either get out of the car or you're going to be pulled out of the car, and that's right now. Okay? Let's go. Out of the car.
Come on. No, he's told you to get out of the car. No, unbuckle your seatbelt.
My seatbelt.
Yes, unbuckle your seatbelt.
Unbuckle your seatbelt.
Come on out.
Get out of the car.
You don't need
Leave it. You're fine.
You don't need them.
Leave your stuff.
Kai, get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Hey, we are recording right here. You can request our body cam footage. Get out.
I'm getting out.
Get out.
Walk to the front. Right over here. Not quite sure why you're trying to make this so difficult. So, do you have any weapons on you?
There's a weapon in my...
What do you have?
It's a Beretta.
You have a gun. Is that why you're being so non-compliant? Yeah, because you have a gun. You're talking about how we have guns and we're scaring you, yet you have one around your waist. How does that make any sense? Do you have any other weapons on you besides what was in that pack?
There are knives in my vehicle.
I'm talking on you. Geez, you're making this way more difficult than what it needs to be. I told you this, my lieutenant told you this. Case law, Pennsylvania v. Mims. Look it up whenever you're done with this traffic stop.
Pennsylvania v. Mims, 1977, is a U.S. Supreme Court ruling upholding that a police officer ordering a person out of a vehicle during a legal traffic stop and conducting a pat-down for weapons does not violate the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution.
If an officer tells you to get out of the car during a traffic stop, you have to get out. It's a lawful order. You didn't want to get out, that's an obstruction charge. I can see the marijuana under your seat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about. Of course you don't. Number three, you're carrying a gun, and how old are you?
Sorry, I'm not.
You're 20, and you have a handgun. Where'd you get it?
It was a gift from my grandfather. It was for protection.
For protection. You know how old you have to be to carry a handgun? And you're 20. So you're breaking all sorts of laws, and you're trying to put the blame on us. You are. You didn't want to get out of the car. All X, Y, and Z. All of your excuses that you've given. Absolutely ridiculous. Whenever you're breaking numerous laws. So here's where we're at. Currently. Numerous things I could take you to jail for. I also believe you're probably under the influence. Because your car reeks of weed. I can see all the weed. And your pupils appear to be a little bit dilated whenever light is shined on them. And they should constrict a little bit. Which means one of numerous things that is in your body. I would assume marijuana. So, I would like to run you through some field sobriety tests. I will check your eyes. You'll walk in a straight line. You'll stand on one foot. If I need to proceed with further tests, we'll do that. Would you mind doing that?
As I said before, I do not consent to those eyes.
Okay, can you stick your tongue out? Okay, here's what we're going to do then. Turn around.
I told you I had these nippies.
You're under arrest. And we'll go from there. How's that sound? Sound good?
Can I make the call to my lawyer?
Nope. Back over here. Once you get to the jail, after you're done with processing, then you can make your phone calls.
Upon officer search of the vehicle, a silver platter with loose marijuana was located under the driver's seat alongside a black container of mushrooms. The suspect was charged with driving under the influence, 2 counts of possession of a scheduled substance, carrying a weapon under the influence of alcohol or drugs, obstruction of a police officer. At this time, the case is still undergoing court proceedings.